In the 8 years of their marriage, the woman entered her husband's room for the first time. She was shocked to find that the gifts she had given her husband had never even been opened. Only then did the woman truly realize that her husband had never loved her in his heart. He had loved his first love from beginning to end. So the woman decided to give up this unhappy marriage. She then handed her husband the divorce papers she had prepared in advance. But at that moment, her husband was chatting with his first love. He didn't pay any attention to what was written in the document and carelessly signed his name. Seeing this, the woman completely gave up on him. She told him that she would leave after the 1-month cooling off period, but her husband didn't even hear what she said. He was only anxious to pick up his first love, who had returned from abroad. What he didn't know was that in a month, his wife would disappear from his world. The woman then gathered all the gifts she had given him over the years and sold them off as junk. But this scene was witnessed by her husband's sister and his first love. The sister mocked the woman, calling her a broke loser who sold everything. She said the woman was a disgrace to their family. Before the woman could say anything, the sister added that her brother's first love had returned and would be staying in the house for a few days. Hearing this, the woman didn't get angry. Instead, she agreed. After all, she would be leaving soon anyway. She didn't want to cause conflict with her husband's sister, but the sister thought the woman was easy to bully. As soon as they got home, she told the maid to put the first love's luggage into the woman's bedroom and told the woman to move into the guest room. The woman didn't protest, but the sister got even worse. She even ordered the woman to cook for her brother's first love. The woman immediately refused. The first love pretended it was her fault and said she shouldn't have come and disrupted their family. She said she would leave. Just then, the CEO, the husband, came back. He ignored his wife and went straight to his first love's side. He told her this was her home too, and he wouldn't let her leave. Right after saying that, he told his wife to cook for the first love. The woman said her hand was injured and she couldn't touch water, but the sister said it was just a minor injury and wouldn't kill her. She said, "What if my brother's first love starves?" But as soon as she finished speaking, the first love pretended she was about to faint. The CEO saw this and angrily yelled at his wife to cook. When she refused, he even raised his hand to teach her a lesson. But even then, the woman still refused. She never thought her husband would actually lay a hand on his own wife for the sake of his first love. Thinking of this, the woman left angrily. At that moment, she had completely lost all hope in her husband, so she booked a flight to leave the country the next evening. She thought she just had to endure one more day. But her husband's first love had no intention of letting her go. At lunch, the first love asked the woman to pass a dish, but she deliberately let it fall. The plate fell into the hot soup and burned the woman badly. The CEO rushed over to check on the situation, but the first love became very jealous and pretended to be injured too to attract the CEO's attention. To the woman's shock, the CEO ignored her once again. Even though the woman's injury was clearly worse, the sister still blamed her. She accused the woman of being useless at everything and kept trying to drive a wedge between the couple. She said the woman did it on purpose because she couldn't stand her brother being good to his first love. So under the sister's influence, the CEO took the first love to the hospital. Even the maid thought the CEO was making a big deal out of nothing. The first love's injury was so minor it would have healed on its own in no time. Meanwhile, no one cared about the woman, thinking about all the years of marriage, how she tried everything to win her husband's love, but still couldn't touch his heart. The woman decided she would wait no longer. She was going to reclaim her own life, so she ignored the maid's attempts to stop her and walked out. Meanwhile, the CEO learned from the doctor that the first love was never hurt. Afraid of being blamed, she lied and said she panicked at the time and caused a misunderstanding. But the CEO didn't blame her. Instead, after settling her down, he went out and tried to call his wife. What he didn't know was that his wife was getting ready to take a cab to the airport. When she saw his call, she hung up on him. She even blocked his number. No matter how many times he called, he couldn't get through to her. So he called the maid to ask what was going on. To his shock, the maid told him that the lady had already left with her luggage. The CEO was stunned. He rushed home immediately. He even said he was going to teach her a lesson. But no matter how he searched and shouted, he couldn't find a trace of his wife. Seeing this, the maid handed the CEO the documents the woman had left. When the CEO was about to open them, his sister stopped him. She claimed that the woman had run away on purpose and just left a fake document to get his attention. Surprisingly, the CEO believed her. He even threw the papers on the ground, but the maid insisted that the woman was really angry this time and urged him to take a look at what was inside. Even the first love advised him to open it and take a look. What if it was something important? So the CEO took the advice and decided to open it. But when he saw what was inside, he was completely stunned, frozen in place.